Today we're using ground chicken and we're gonna do it 3 different ways. It's gonna be easy, it's gonna be fun for the adults, fun for the kids, and extremely tasty and budget friendly. I'm gonna show you guys a bunch of really cool stuff, but I'm gonna need some help in the kitchen. So I'd like to introduce a brand new sous chef. This is Emily. We're gonna have some fun in the kitchen today. Let's show you guys what we got cooking in Chris Cookin' Nashville's kitchen. All right, we are going to use some ground chicken to make magic for adults and kids alike. We're gonna have some fun. Emily, thank you so much for coming and joining me in the kitchen.
I am so excited to be here.
This is gonna be a lot of fun.
Yes.
So I put out a call to some people in the space and said, I need some taste testers and some sous chefs. And Emily very excitedly said, I would love to drive to Nashville and come be in a Chris Cooking Nashville video. So she's gonna be helping me in the kitchen today. We're going to make a ground chicken mixture that can be used in multiple ways. So we're going to make chicken nuggets for the kiddos, chicken meatball subs for the adults, and we're gonna make a sort of spin on a Japanese Tamagoyaki rolled egg, but with chicken in the center, for some fun and a little bit of pizzazz. So let's get to making some ground chicken mixture. We'll show you guys how we do that, and then we're gonna throw it all together into some amazing proper human diet food. All right, so the first thing we need is a ground chicken mixture. Now you can totally go to the store and buy pre-ground chicken. However, there's something special about always getting your own whole cuts of meat, grinding it yourself, and then being able to make sure you know everything going into the recipe. You can do this with bone-in and skin-on chicken thighs if you know how to debone a chicken thigh, or if you want to make your life easy, you can get boneless, skinless. I've already got a bunch that I've cut up that are trimmed. I'm going to show you guys really quickly how I like to just trim these up to make sure my ground chicken mixture doesn't have anything in it that we wouldn't really want in there, especially pieces of bone or weird connective tissue that might cause an issue with the meat grinder. Let's trim up some chicken thighs. I've got the rest in the freezer because we need them nice and cold, and we'll show you how we make the ground chicken mixture. Okay, so when you get a boneless, skinless chicken thigh, you're going to get something that looks kind of like this with an elongated shape. And essentially you have 2 different muscles. You have the main front thigh muscle and you have the secondary kind of backside muscle here. Just kind of a little bit of anatomy that we want to know so that we can flip this over on the inside. And then we're going to feel around and make sure there are no pieces of bone anywhere. In fact, I can feel there's a little hard something there. So we're just going to trim. You don't want to be putting bone through your meat grinder. Now, this little piece right here, which oftentimes is sticking up, this is called the oyster. That's a really great piece of meat. Slice that off of the top. And then once we know that there are no pieces of bone, we can flip this back over. And I'm just going to take some of this extra squishy fat. You don't necessarily have to take it off, but I think the ground chicken mixture is nicer when you do that. And you're going to see there's a bunch of squishy fat, usually on both end pieces. I'm going to go through and just trim a majority of that off. You don't need lots of that trimmed off, but you want to get the worst of it off just so that we don't end up with extra bits of squishy fat. Once that's done, I just like to turn it sideways, cut it in strips, and then turn those back sideways and cut those into cubes. For my meat grinder, I want the cubes to be small enough that they'll easily fit down through the top of the meat grinder. So I'm going to trim up the rest of these chicken thighs, and then Emily and I are going to grind up some chicken. So I've got all of the chicken cut up. It's in the freezer. It is coming down to temperature. You want 30, maybe 45 minutes at least in the freezer. We want to get that chicken down to where it's partially frozen, not totally frozen, but we want it to be nice and firm. That's going to make that fat grind up easier. So while we're waiting on that, I was telling Emily about the Grill Kilt. A buddy of mine, Yates, shout out to Yates, who owns Grill Kilt, started this company, sent this to me to try out, and I told him I loved it so much I wanted to put it in a video. This is the ultimate grilling and cooking apron, especially for all of the manly guys out there. Lots of pockets everywhere to store all of their big grilling equipment. It would also be very helpful for a lady who's in the kitchen who might need lots of pockets because they have a bunch of tools to use. Maybe they have kids that have things that need to be held. This is so fantastic. It's also adjustable, has different panels that comes with some of these towels you can get that are on carabiners to keep your hands clean. It's amazing. And if you're not so much a kilt style apron person, You can also get the detachable bib to turn it into a full-on apron. These are super cool. I'm gonna have a link in the description box down below if you guys would like to check one out, get a discount. We've got that holiday season coming up when gifts are gonna be important for everybody to have something cool to give to the cook in their life. Rather than me tell you how great it is, we're gonna have Emily wear it today while she's in the kitchen with us. And she's gonna see what she thinks of the Grill Kilt. Guys, go make sure to check out the Grill Kilt. Thank you, Yates, for sending this over. You rock, my friend. Let's see how it does, and then let's get that chicken out of the freezer.
Oh, this is cool.
This is
heavy, legit.
Oh yeah, like they're super heavy duty.
Oh, I feel like
makes you feel legit, right?
This is so cool.
Okay, so everything is in the freezer. We're keeping everything cold because it's gonna give us a better texture on this mixture we're about to make. The grinder that I have that attaches to my KitchenAid is in the freezer for 20 to 30 minutes. Make sure it's really good and cold. The bowl that this is gonna be going into is also in the freezer. Everything should be ready. Let's go ahead and pull it out. Let's set it up, and I'm gonna show you guys how we grind the chicken. So we have our grinder contraption all set up. Emily has the thermometer. Let's check the temperature of our chicken. She's gonna find it in the pockets of the Grill Kilt.
This is awesome.
That's right. We want this to be anywhere from 32 to 37 degrees.
All right,
that'll
freezing.
Yep, there we go. That'll work. So I'm going to turn my KitchenAid to a low speed. We don't want to do this at high speed because we don't want to create too much friction and heat up the meat. We also don't want to break our KitchenAid mixer. And we're going to start slowly feeding. I do have a pusher here, but when you're grinding meat like this, you don't really want to force it into the grinder. You want to let the grinder kind of accept it one piece at a time. Use this just if it gets caught up. Let's grind up some chicken so we can make some amazing food. Emily, this is the easiest job I've ever had, grinding chicken in my kitchen.
Happy to help.
So now we're going to season our ground chicken mixture, and this is what we're going to turn into almost a sausage style mixture that we can use. So I have approximately 5 pounds, 4.5 to 5.5 pounds. This will work. If you want to cut that recipe down, I have a cup of ricotta cheese. Now you do not have to use ricotta cheese, but it is awfully good. You could also use a cup of cottage cheese if you want to. So I'm going to add in a cup of ricotta cheese. I'm going to add in some seasonings. You don't have to use any seasonings. I'm going to do about a teaspoon of garlic, a teaspoon of paprika, and a teaspoon of onion powder, salt and black pepper to taste. Then we're going to add in a couple of tablespoons of egg white powder and a tablespoon of gelatin. And the reason we're going to do that is because the egg white powder is going to help this all bind together with the extra moisture, and the gelatin is going to help absorb some of the moisture, which keeps this juicy and also keeps all of that nice chicken flavor, like a chicken sausage, inside there, but no carb fillers. And we're going to use the blade attachment. We're going to mix this all together, and we're going to get a sticky sausage-like texture. I'll show you what that looks like when it's ready. All right, so we're gonna scrape down the sides of the bowl, and the protein of the chicken, as we have been mixing this around with all these other ingredients, is all starting to kind of break down and combine and turn into what would essentially be like a chicken sausage mixture. And if you wanna see if it's ready, you can grab it, and if it's sticky and sticks to your fingers just like that, we know that the proteins have broken down enough, it's ready to go. Get this out of the bowl, and we're gonna start forming chicken nuggets, chicken meatballs, and a chicken sausage. All right, so all we got to do is roll out our meatballs, and then squish them down for the chicken nugget version. And then we're going to take 2 meatballs, push them together, and turn them into a sausage for the Tamagoyaki version. Something that really helps here is to make sure you have a little bit of water in your hands. That way the sticky mixture does not stick to your hands. When we roll a meatball, we want to do it with our fingers in a cup shape around the sides of the meatball, not squishing down on top, so we're not compressing that meat too much. We got a whole bunch of chicken to roll out.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's do it. So the tray of meatballs is going to go in a 475-degree oven for probably around 12 minutes, but we'll double check. We want to just make sure they're cooked through. Don't overbake them or they get a little bit dry. Nobody likes that. So somewhere around 12 minutes, I'll let you know exactly how long it takes. While the meatballs are in the oven, we're gonna go ahead and make some chicken nuggets. Now the cool thing is we don't have to take all the time to roll it around like that. All we have to do is grab the mixture, put it in the palm of your hand, press it flat into a chicken nugget shape, put it on the tray. So let's make some chicken nuggets. All right, while Emily is finishing up the last of the nuggets, I'm gonna take a little chunk of the chicken mixture here and I'm gonna make a couple of sausages that will be then turned into the Tamagoyaki appetizer style. So all right, we're gonna go ahead and mix up the mixture for the outside of the chicken nuggets. And this is the way I like to do this. We're going to do 2 parts of these pork rind crumbs. You can use any kind that you want, or you can grind your own. 1 part egg white powder or egg white protein powder, as long as egg whites are the only ingredient. Those should be the same thing. And then we're gonna add in a few tablespoons, about 1/4 to 1/2 of a part of unflavored gelatin. Let's go ahead and mix that up, get that ready for those chicken nuggets we're gonna have. All right, we're gonna take our breading mixture and we're going to bread these beautiful chicken nuggets. Now, one of the things that's easiest to do is to actually put some of the breading mixture on top, press it in, and then when you flip it over to actually get it into the bowl to put breading on the other side, it does not stick to your fingers. Great tip. So let's go ahead and bread up some chicken nuggets and get those ready to fry. First up is the chicken nuggets. We got some smoking hot bacon grease. Let's fry these up to golden brown and see what everybody thinks. So there are the chicken nuggets. They look and smell amazing.
Yes,
we're going to
they
get a
do.
taste test going on. But for the taste test, we're also going to bring in Drew. We're going to have him come in. The house is full of busyness and kids
Yes, it is.
and husbands having fun. So let you guys try it out.
Okay, let's do it. All right, Drew, this is my husband, Andrew. Chris and I have been slaving so hard. I've been sous chefing as hard as I could possibly sous chef to create some chicken nuggets for us and our baby girl.
Excited.
I saw how the nuggets were made, so you go ahead,
Okay.
you start.
I can tell that this is already the thigh meat. It's got the darker meat texture to it too, which is where I want to be most of the time anyway. It's really good.
Did you see how big her eyes got?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely try. 100%.
Oh, shut up. Oh, that's good. That's real good. But it's good. You like it? You want to eat more of them? So I'm not even a big fan of ranch, like in general.
Do you like that?
Within this application, I would eat that.
Yep.
Yeah.
This was a mayo ranch.
Butter mayo ranch. I'm gonna eat this whole plate. Sorry, babe.
All right, while Emily is sitting down and having a little break with Drew to have some chicken nuggets, I'm going to go ahead and mix up the egg mixture for the Tamagoyaki chicken dish we're going to do. I have 3 eggs here. I have some fish sauce. We're going to use about a teaspoon of that. I have white pepper, about a half teaspoon there. Salt to taste, probably a couple of large pinches will be fine. Just a touch of cumin. We're going to get this mixture ready, and then I'll show you how we use the Tamagoyaki pan, which I will link down below for you guys to an Amazon link, to make this incredible chicken sausage Tamagoyaki. Totally optional, but if you want to make it a little bit more Asian inspired, you can add a half teaspoon of rice vinegar and a teaspoon of something like a fresh chili paste like sambal oelek. We're going to throw that in today as well. So I have this on a medium low, just enough that's going to be able to cook the egg, but not too quickly. I've got butter. We're going to keep the pan buttered, and we're going to do the technique of adding some egg, adding our sausage, and rolling and continuing to add more egg behind it. Watch closely. If you want to be a little bit more ketovore, some avocado goes real well on top of our sushi-inspired appetizer.
We're going to call from the cultural
Yeah.
exchange, be like, no, thank you.
Oh, man. Oh, that's really cool. Man, that's good. So the eggs are so fluffy and light and creamy. Can you be fluffy and creamy at the same time? That's what's happening. It's really nice. And that chicken, it's still not, it's not dense by any means, but the two together, they're different enough that it's like clearly I'm biting into two different, I don't know, I'm not a good describer. I'm a really great eater though. Mine's almost gone.
To me, it almost is like you're having part of like an enchilada.
Mm.
And then I switch over into, but this is like sushi because it's got multiple layers at the same time. But what's fun is that it does hit it all.
And it's beautiful. And I might lick this plate.
Now all we got to do is put together some incredible bacon, cheddar, and chicken meatball sandwiches on my carnivore bread. I have my carnivore bread buttered, ready to go into the oven. I have some sharp cheddar cheese. I'm going to use some cream to make a sauce, and we're going to heat up those chicken meatballs. You guys stick around for this one because this is an incredible sandwich. All right, and that's how we assemble the chicken meatball sub, and you get to try my carnivore bread for the first time too.
It looks fire. It looks so, and it smells so good in here.
It does. It does.
Oh my gosh.
Good.
Okay.
So
It's a good thing for the Grill Kilt.
yeah, absolutely.
And I got to spit on.
Absolutely. That link will be down below for you guys for that Grill Kilt. Check it out.
The Guy Fieri stance.
That's right.
To get over it. I feel like I'm cheating. I feel like this is gonna hurt me later, and I'm cheating. This is so good. Oh my word!
Using some extra butter on the bread in the oven, like I did, it's one of the real secrets to getting it to be super juicy and tasty.
Chicken, bacon, ranch, bread. Like all of this sounds like it's supposed to be super bad for me.
Yeah.
Well, holy crap, it's good.
No seed oils, minimal trace carbs in the dairy, and that's what we're working with.
And it toasted. Oh my gosh.
I would say that is a 2 thumbs up reaction.
If I put my thumbs up, I'll lose the sandwich.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is how we do 3 different versions of this ground chicken mixture. It is so much fun. A huge shout out and big thank you to Emily and to her husband Drew for being here with us in our home and just sharing food with us and allowing me to cook for them and being my sous chef in the kitchen. Didn't she do a great job? Guys, put it in the comments down below. Let Emily know how great of a job she did. We appreciate everything you guys do for us. All of my links are down below, including my website where you will find the recipe card for this chicken mixture. And I'll put a little something in there for all the processes I did to create these 3 dishes as well. You're gonna find that Tamagoyaki pan is going to be down there. There's going to be anything else tool-wise that I use. And of course, the Grill Kilt. Big shout out to Yates for sending that to us, man. That is an awesome product. And I recommend you guys are getting ready to buy somebody gifts this holiday season. Look into one of those Grill Kilts because they're awesome and they come in a whole bunch of really cool colors, including Scottish kilt looking type colors. So
yeah, I know some people that are going to get that for Christmas this year.
Yes, absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I love and appreciate every single one of you. This is Chris Cooking Nashville. My beautiful assistant today, Emily. Make sure you eat your meat, love your life, share your kitchen with a friend. We'll see you guys here in the kitchen for a whole bunch more recipes and maybe some more fun with surprise guests.
All right, I'm getting in this thing.
I'm gonna say enjoy.
Seriously, that last one, I just dripped everywhere.
Go for it.